about Dan Lin for DC Studios and how we thought he was going to be the next Kevin Feige for DC Studios because they're doing a whole new studio over at Warner Brothers. It's going to be a separate thing, own management, big boss. They thought Dan Lin was the guy. And then he called all the Snyderverse fans bots a month ago on some podcast. People are saying, DC fans scared him away. When in reality, it was probably because Homeboy has a production studio. He already has his own production company or whatever. And he did not want to separate from his already established production company. I wouldn't want to do that either. Many people have been saying that executive job would be a downgrade from where he already is at this point in his career. So Dan Lin, dude, I don't know if he was the right guy for the job. He did the Lego movies, but he also did Easter Sunday, which is a huge box office disappointment. Got shitted on all over Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, I'm not really too big on the Dan Lin situation. So I'm not glad he's gone and not taking the job. It's just, I'm so on the idea. What do you guys think about Dan Lin moving on from Warner Brothers and turning down the Kevin Feige position? We call that DC chief or whatever, CCO, CEO of DC Studios. What do you guys think about all that news? Who do you want to be in charge of the DC universe? People are saying, get Deborah Snyder in there, Zack Snyder's wife. The reality of that happening is like 10%. It's just the reality of the situation, guys. We all want Zack to come back. Well, not all of us. We just want the Snyderverse fans. All we want is Justice League 2 and 3 and Man of Steel 2. I'll argue that Batman v Superman is Man of Steel 2. But they just want another Superman film. And they want the Batman with Ben Affleck. That's all the Snyderverse fans want. And they want Zack at the helm. Even though some people, I keep saying some people, many people think, my guy, that the Snyderverse is continuing just because they have the actors from Zack's movies. Which in theory, yes, the Snyderverse lives on. What doesn't live on is the stories that Zack wanted to tell with those characters. That is different. They're always pivoting. That we've had at least 3 regimes since Zack Snyder left. Which is crazy to think because he left in 2017. Late 2016, early 2017. It's already been some time, like 5 years. That's 5 years, right? Yeah, it's been quite a long time. 2023 will mark 10 years of the Snyderverse, all the way since Man of Steel in 2013. This is like the breaking point. They have the option just to get rid of everybody and start fresh. I've said this many times. The new guy, I guarantee you, that whoever, whether it's Dan Lin, whether it's Deborah Snyder, or whoever they're talking about to lead the DC film studio, Discovery, when I say Discovery, they probably have, this is what you guys have to operate within. You got to use this, and this. Dan Lin probably wanted a fresh, clean slate. Like, if I come in, dude, everything's off the table, everything's scrapped, recast everybody, fresh universe. I don't want the baggage from whatever's left over. I can totally see where Dan Lin's coming from, or whoever wants to lead the DC studios on their own. They don't want the carryover. They don't want baggage, So yeah, it's tough over there, dude, because 10 years of this DCEU unofficial term, 10 years of the DC universe, and there's still no Justice League sequel. We don't have no Ben Affleck Batman movie. It's just they really squandered their whole, not their legacy, but whatever the momentum they wanted is gone, and they're really gonna have to work hard to get out of that.